Okay. So today we are going to learn about history. So history is stuff that yes. History is something that has already happened and people are telling the story. Bless. That's one of the reasons why it's called history. So what do they call it when they're telling a story of something that already happened? It's called H. You're close. H. One letter. H-I. H-I. One letter. H-I-S. His. The rest of his. One letter. T-O. Histo. You left. Histo. One letter. H-I-S-T-O-R. Histor. One letter. History. That's history is stuff that already happened. So today we're going to talk about history of a country that is south of America. South of our country. So which is a country that's south of America? You know it. What's the country south of America? Tell me. M. Yes. M. Not M-A. What's the country south of America? M-E. M-E. One letter of M-E-X. Mex. I. Mexi. No, you already did that. M-E-X-I. Mexi. Close. M-E-X-I-C. Mexic. Oh, that's right. Mexico is a country that's south of America, right? So in Mexico, there was a group of people called the Mayans. Okay? So, M-A-Y-N-S. So, what is the group of people in Mexico that I was just talking to you about? The group of people is called the M-A-Y. You don't cheat now. M-A-Y-A Mayans. That's right. So, this group of people is called the Mayans. So, they lived in Mexico and they were very good at a lot of stuff. One of the big towns they lived in is called Tikal. T-I-K-A-L. Okay, that's one of the cities they lived in. So what's the name of the big city they lived in? The city they lived in is... We already did that. What is the city they lived in? T. Yes, T. One letter of T. T-I. T-I-C. So, this is a city they lived in, right? Tikal. Okay. So, Tikal is a city where the Mayans lived, right? So, who are the people who lived in Tikal? Who lived in Tikal? Tikal, yes, but who lived in it? The Mayans, that's right. So the Mayans lived in this town called Tikal. It was amazing. They had these beautiful buildings and temples. You know what a temple is? Temple is a place where people go and worship God. It's T-E-M-P-L. It's a place where people go and worship God. Pray to God, right? So what do they call it? What's the place where they go and pray to God? It's called a God, yes. But what's the name of the place? It's called a T-E. You're close. T-E-M. Not Tema. T-E-M what? What's the place called that you go and worship God on? T-E-M. Think. T-E-M what? T-E-M-P. You're missing one letter. T-E-M-P. Temple. L-E. That's right. So temple is a place where they worship God. Mayans were very religious. Means they believed in God very strongly. And they felt that in order to get blessings from God, you have to shed blood. So to get blessings from God, you have to sacrifice your own blood. So what did they believe? What did you have to give God? To God, what did you have to give? Your own B. You're missing one letter. B-L. B-L-O-O-D. That's right. So you're giving your own blood. So they actually cut themselves so that they could give blood to God. And they believed there were gods for everything around them. So for example, they thought there were weather gods. So what are the different types of weathers that they could be? Let's say one is there was a rain god. What other god could there be for the weather? Anything of you can. Tell me some other weather that there might be a god for. There's the rain god. What other god would there be for weather? Come on. The rain god or the W-I That's right, you got it. Wind. Think. W-I-N. Good. W-I-N-D. That's right. The wind god. Windy. Yes. You're right. That was good. So the wind god. Right? Now, wind, rain. It didn't snow in Mexico because it was really warm. Otherwise, there would have been a snow god also, right? But there was wind, rain, all that. And they thought that if they didn't please the gods, they would not get rain. Because their main idea was, how did they live? They did farming. Okay? So how did they live? What did they do? They did farming. F-A-R-M-I-N. So how did they live? What did they do? They did F-A-R farm F-A-R-M-I-N F-A-R-M-I-N farming. Think farming G. That's right. So they did a lot of farming, right? So what is something they would grow? Farming means what do they grow? Think of something that they grow. When you do farming, what do you grow? You tell me. What do you grow when you do farming? G-R-O. Grow. I grow. You have to tell me, what do you grow? When you do farming, what would you grow? You know, some people grow plants. Some people grow. What kind of plants would they grow? Think about it. What would you grow if you were a farmer? G-R-O. Grow. You can do it. E-L-E-P-H-A-N-T. How would you grow an elephant? You don't grow elephants. Elephant is an animal. Come on. Let me give you a hint. Some people might grow corn, right? Some people might grow something that's red in color that you eat. What is something that's red in color that you can grow? Starts with T. What would you grow that starts with T? Not T-E, you got it, T-O, toe. What would you grow that's red in color? Toe. Yeah, good, toe-M, T-O-M, tome, yes, tomate, yeah, good, T-O-M-A-T-O, tomato, T-O-M-A-T-O-E, yes, yeah, one letter. That's right, good. So, they grew corn, they grew all kinds of things. They did a lot of farming. So they felt that if they did not pray to God, then they would not get rain and all of that. So they also believed they had people who ruled them. So they were rulers. So what's another word for ruler? Because I've told you a lot of Akbar Birbal stories, right? So what's another name for ruler? Starts with K. No, another word for ruler. Starts with K. K. One letter of K-I-N, king. Good, that's right. So king is another word for ruler. They thought that kings came from God. So they thought kings were directly coming from God. They thought kings came from where? Kings came from G-O, God. G-O-D, that's right. So kings they thought came from God. They were very advanced. They built these beautiful buildings and they had drawings on the wall. They were called hieroglyphs to tell stories. They wrote stories on the wall. Where did they write their stories? They wrote stories on the T-O-E. Not to eat. They wrote stories. They drew their drawings and stories written on the walls in the caves. C-A-V-E-S. So, where were the walls? What did they write? They wrote stories on the walls where? In the close, C-A-V, you're right, C-A-V-E, cave, one letter of caves, that's right. So they had stories in the caves, they had a script. That many years ago it was really unusual to have a script like that. But you know what's interesting about the Mayans? That long ago, it was like this year right now, we're in 2016, right? So 2016. They actually were in the 800s. 800. I don't have numbers on this one, so I would ask you. We are in 2016 right now. They were long ago in 800s. They were very good at math. So what were they good at? They were very good at something you are also very good at. They were very good at what? Come on, you can do it. They were very good at M. M. They are very good at M. A. T. M-A-T. Math is with an H. M-A-T. M-A-T-H. Math. That's right. So they were really good at math. Okay. So that's how these Mayans were so smart.